Creating a passage plan involving traffic separation schemes, or TSS, and vessel traffic services, or VTS, can sometimes be confusing, particularly in situations where a vessel is only transiting the area and there appears to be sufficient navigable water on the other side of the traffic lanes. A common question among maritime students and officers who are new to passage planning is whether it is acceptable to plan a route outside a TSS and thereby avoid mandatory reporting to vessel traffic services. In this video, we will clarify these points by referring to an essential nautical publication, the Sailing Directions, and see how it guides us in planning a safe, compliant, and well-justified route. Sailing Directions, also known as pilot books, are official nautical publications issued by hydrographic authorities that provide detailed navigational information for specific geographical areas. These publications contain planning information, as well as detailed coastal, port, and pilotage guidance to assist mariners in the safe planning and execution of a voyage. Sailing directions typically include, but are not limited to, coastal descriptions, approaches to ports and harbors, port information, navigational hazards, tides and currents, traffic separation schemes and vessel traffic services, pilotage requirements, local regulations and reporting procedures, weather patterns affecting navigation, and communication details. Currently, there are around 76 Admiralty Sailing Directions volumes published worldwide, each identified by its own NP number and covering specific regions of the world's coasts and ports. I will not go through every detail of this publication. Instead, I will focus only on how to use sailing directions when creating a route through traffic separation schemes, TSS, and vessel traffic services, VTS. Let us assume we are planning a voyage from Agadir, Morocco, to Liverpool, United Kingdom. By checking the Admiralty Digital Catalog, we can determine that the required sailing directions for this route are Nautical Publications 1, 67, 22, 27, 37, and NP 40. If you are not yet familiar with how to use the Admiralty Chart Catalog, I have made a separate video explaining this in detail. You can find the link in the description below. So along this route, there are several traffic separation schemes and vessel traffic services. For this demonstration, however, we will focus first on the west coast of Portugal and Spain. The applicable sailing directions for this area are found in Nautical Publication 67, which is produced by the United Kingdom Hydrographic Office, UKHO, and covers the region of West Spain and Portugal. However, for this demonstration, I will be using an e-copy of the sailing directions published by the United States government, specifically by the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, as these are the copies I currently have available. This is publication 143, covering the west coast of Europe and Northwest Africa. In any case, the information provided is essentially the same since both publishers contain similar navigational details. Let us return to the chart. Assuming this is our initial route from Agadir to Liverpool, we will focus on this section covering the west coast of Spain and Portugal. Let's zoom in on this area. As we can see, there are 3 traffic separation schemes along this stretch of the coastline. Along the west coast of Spain, there was one traffic separation scheme in this section, known as off Finisterre TSS. Moving further south along the west coast of Portugal, there are 2 additional traffic separation schemes. The one shown here is off Cape Roca TSS, also known as off Cabo de Roca TSS. Further south, we have another traffic separation scheme known as off Cape Sal Vicente TSS or off Cabo de Sal Vicente TSS. Now, let us refer to the sailing directions for this area and examine the extent of vessel traffic services coverage within this region. Let us now examine the sailing directions published by the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, specifically Publication 143, which covers the west coast of Europe and northwest Africa. In this publication, we can see Sector 5, which covers the coastal areas of Spain and Portugal, extending from Cabo Finisterre to Cabo de São Vicente. As we scroll down to page 121, we find detailed textual information related to Portugal Coastal Vessel Traffic Service. Moving to the next page, page 122, we can see a chart illustrating the limits of the Portugal Coastal Vessel Traffic Service and Ship Reporting System known as COPREP. On the following page, page 123, the publication provides details of the West European Tanker Reporting System, also known as WETREP. Below this, additional information regarding the ship reporting system called COPREP and its reporting format. Proceeding further to page 124, we find detailed information regarding Cabo Finisterre Vessel Traffic Service. To better understand the information presented on these pages, we will now examine them together with the chart in the next section. On page 121 of this publication, we can find detailed textual information regarding the Portugal Vessel Traffic Service. It is stated here that a voluntary vessel traffic service is in operation off the coast of Portugal, but recommended for the following types of vessels. This means that vessels may participate in the reporting system, but participation is not mandatory, even when navigating within the designated area. For vessels that choose to participate, contact ROCA Control on VHF channels 22, 69, 78, or 79 upon entering the VTS area. Additional contact information is also provided in this section. The limits of the Portugal VTS are defined by the coastline and by a series of positions identified from Alpha to Golf. When using a paper chart, these positions must be plotted and joined to determine the VTS boundary. However, when using an electronic navigational chart, the VTS area is already displayed using dashed lines or dotted lines, clearly indicating the limits of the Portugal Coastal Vessel Traffic Service. This shaded area represents the coverage of the Portugal VTS, as defined by the given coordinates. It is also stated here that both IMO-approved traffic separation schemes off the Portuguese coast are included in the VTS. Let us now examine the next page of the publication, page 122. This page shows a chart illustrating the area covered by the Portugal Vessel Traffic Service. The area here, including the yellow-green shaded region corresponding to the red shaded area on this chart, represents the Portugal VTS. This area is defined by positions Alpha to Golf. This yellow-green shaded area represents the limit and reporting line for off the coast of Portugal ship reporting system, known as COPREP. Let us now turn to the next page and examine the details of the COPREP system. The Coast of Portugal Ship Reporting System is a mandatory ship reporting system. This means that vessels falling under the specified categories are required to participate. The reporting area is bounded by the coastline and by lines joining positions Alpha to Foxtrot, which correspond to the yellow-green shaded area shown on the chart. Vessels that fall under the listed categories are required to submit a COPREP report to ROCA Control on VHF Channel 22 or Channel 79, or alternatively on Channel 69 upon entering the reporting area using the COPREP report format stated. The required information to be reported is listed in this table. Now, when to send the following information? Looking at the reporting symbols, we can see arrows pointing in both directions. This indicates that vessels are required to report both when entering and when leaving the reporting area. Additional situations requiring a report are also specified in this section. When using a paper chart, the COPREP reporting area must be determined by plotting the given coordinates. However, when using an electronic navigational chart, the area is already displayed using dashed or dotted lines, clearly indicating the limits of the mandatory reporting zone. The VTS area, located outside the COPREP system, operates as a voluntary vessel traffic service. This means that vessels may choose whether or not to participate in the reporting system when navigating within this unshaded VTS area. So, if this is the ship's route, once our vessel arrives at this point and enters the mandatory reporting area, we are required to call ROCA control on VHF channel 22 or channel 79 and submit the required information as specified in the reporting table. A report must also be sent again when the vessel arrives at this point, leaving the COPREP area. In addition to entry and exit reports, a report is also required whenever any of the following situations occur, as listed in this section. Now, let us look at another ship reporting system known as WETREP, or West European Tanker Reporting System. WETREP is a mandatory ship reporting system applicable to all oil tankers over 600 deadweight tons, carrying heavy crude oil, heavy fuel oil, or bitumen and tar and their emulsions. For detailed information such as reporting procedures, required information, and system boundaries, we need to refer to Publication 140. When using an electronic navigational chart, the boundaries of the WETREP area are clearly displayed, as shown here on the chart. In a larger scale chart, these lines represent the boundaries of the West European Tanker Reporting System known as WETREP. If our vessel is an oil tanker falling under this category and this is our intended route, then when we arrive at this point, we will be entering the WETREP area. At this stage, we are required to comply with the reporting procedures as specified in another publication. This is often where questions arise, particularly regarding whether it is possible to plan a route outside the TSS and VTS areas in order to avoid mandatory reporting, as this may appear to reduce the workload. Before drawing any conclusions, let us first examine the Finisterre VTS. It is stated here that a mandatory vessel traffic service is in operation off Cabo Finisterre. The reporting system covers the area between the coast and the bearing lines stated in numbers 1 and 2, and the meridian stated in number 3, forming a triangular area that includes the VTS. The required information to be transmitted is specified in the FinRep reporting format shown in this table. Now, if this is the ship's planned track, when she arrives at this point, we are required to call Finisterre traffic on VHF channel 11, 16, or 74, and transmit the information as indicated in the FinRep report format. Assuming that our vessel is a container ship and this is the planned track, entry into the WETREP area does not require a report, as this reporting system applies only to oil tankers. However, upon entering the COPREP area, we are required to contact ROCA control and transmit the necessary information in accordance with the COPREP reporting format. A report must also be transmitted again when leaving the COPREP area. As the vessel continues along the route and enters the Finisterre VTS area, we are required to contact Finisterre traffic and transmit the required information in accordance with the FinRep reporting format. Following this planned track, there are 3 reporting points within this particular region. Now, to determine whether it is acceptable to plan a route outside a traffic separation scheme, let us refer to the International Regulations for Preventing Collisions at Sea, Part B, Rule 10, Traffic Separation Schemes. I will not discuss each paragraph in detail, as that is beyond the scope of this video. However, it is important to note that Rule 10 does not state anywhere that the use of a traffic separation scheme is mandatory. In paragraph H, it is stated that a vessel not using a traffic separation scheme shall avoid it by as wide a margin as is practicable. In our scenario, there is sufficient navigable water on the western side of the TSS. The rule does not specify an exact distance that must be kept clear of the traffic separation scheme. However, when navigating in open waters, we can maintain a distance of 5 miles or more from the TSS. Ultimately, the decision remains at the discretion of the master,
taking into account navigational safety, traffic density, and prevailing conditions. In this case, we create a route outside the traffic separation scheme and beyond the VTS area. As the vessel is a container ship transiting along the west coast of Portugal and Spain, we are not subject to the mandatory reporting requirements associated with the ship reporting system. That's all for now. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.